Happiness is a concept that is oftentimes being portrayed as something that is constantly being sought after. And by saying that, I realized that if we're always looking for something to give us the feeling of happiness, it means that we believe that we are not able to get that feeling from the inside. The more and more time passes, the more I realize that happiness is an inside job. Happiness is a choice. And I'm probably going to trigger someone with this because you're probably thinking, what if you go to something very traumatic in life? Aren't you supposed to feel unhappy? Yes, in those moments, you should take all the time you need to process those emotions, get help for trauma or whatever it is you're going through in order to move past them. But the point I'm trying to make is that a lot of us, no matter what we go through, make a choice to stay in that mind state of feeling unhappy, right? We choose to stay down and out. I do believe you need to come to terms with the fact that happiness is something that comes and goes. It can be your permanent state, because if that's the case, then we wouldn't consider it as being happy and we wouldn't appreciate it as much. And I think that's one of the things that comes with being human. It's that everything that is abundantly around, we tend to take it for granted, right? I mean, think about the fact that you have a Wi-Fi connection right now. Probably you assume that a Wi-Fi connection is always going to be there, until one day you wake up and your internet connection is gone. In those moments, you start appreciating it more. Even something as simple as having the flu. Right now, I'm breathing through both of my nostrils, but as soon as one is closed, I realize the importance of having two nostrils and how important it is to breathe, how important air is. Happiness is not a destination. It's a mindset. And we need to wake up every day and choose to be happy, to feel happy. I remember seeing a cartoon with two people on a bus, and it was raining outside, and on one side of the bus, the person was happy, and on the other side of the bus, the other person was sad. And I think this is a great metaphor of how we approach life, how we deal with life. You know, for some people, when it's raining, they go outside and dance, and for some other people, they just get grumpy and run inside because they don't want to get wet. And that's the same thing with happiness. You need to be consciously choosing every day to feel the feeling of happiness, and not rely on external factors such as, when I get a new iPhone, when I lose 10 pounds, when I get the love of my life, that's when I feel happy. People got it confused. It's actually the other way around. When you feel happy from the inside, your outside reflects that back to you. As within, so without. And by choosing to be happy and to feel happy, you put yourself in that vibrational stage that tells the universe that you are ready to receive the bigger things in life, the things you want. Because if you can't appreciate the small things, you're basically saying you can appreciate the bigger things. I was making dinner the other day, and usually I just cook and get it over with. But this time I made a choice to actually be mindful of how I'm cutting the veggies, how I'm preparing the food, and how I should be thankful that I was able to actually stand in the kitchen and actually go to the grocery store and buy those ingredients to make the dinner. This is one of the ways to increase your sense of happiness, by being mindful when you do things. And I'm talking about dinner now, but it can be anything, right? Focus on what it is you're doing without distractions, and this will definitely increase your sense of happiness. Another way to do this is to move. If you go into a stressful situation, for example, move your body. And this way you release those happy hormones in your brain. This will also increase your sense of happiness. Gratitude is something that is oftentimes being forgotten, right? Be grateful you woke up in the morning, because waking up is not a guarantee. Be grateful for the sunshine outside. Be grateful for your cup of coffee. Be grateful for your running water. Be grateful for the roof over your head. All these seemingly small things add to your feeling of happiness. And when we learn that happiness comes from within, we become the creator of our own joy. And by being the creator of our own joy, we realize that we are more in control of our inner state than we think.